During the pandemic, there were a lot of unknowns that affected how we would operate, how we planned to operate, how we could deal with these increasing rates of patients. Everyone was terrified of this virus, so we had to take maximum precautions.
We started doing the COVID testing. It was very busy, nonstop, a lot of testing.
We have to do everything. We're doing all of the cultures still. Blood cultures, sputum cultures, cultures to see if you have meningitis or not. We're doing all the direct examinations. I mean, we're a big tuberculosis area, so we're continuing all that testing.
The drive-through started with the testing. The cars were wrapped around the hospital waiting. There was families inside those cars waiting to get swabbed and tested. So all those samples came to the lab. We had to receive them, we had to label them, we had to package them up and send to Monterey County for testing. That was before we did our testing in-house. When we got the in-house testing, it was even more busier because all the patients coming in through the ER were gonna get tested here. So ER was bringing us 4, 5, 6 samples at a time.
So I'm not sure if it was the very first one, but it was the first specimen that I personally had handled that was positive. It was a nasopharyngeal swab from a patient in the ER. So I was handling the specimen as safe as I normally do under the biosafety cabinet. And within 1 to 2 minutes, the specimen turned positive.
I draw blood. We walk in and suit up for, positive patients, get our cart ready, go up to the COVID units, gear up with your PAPR, your everything, your PPEs, your masks, your gloves, your gowns, and go in and draw your patients. We're scared, but we have to leave our fear at the door. And this patient, I drew her in the ER to begin with, and she turned out to be positive. I had to draw her again up on the 5th floor in the 5th tower, and she looked at me, she was my age, and she looked at me, she was like, live. She goes, do everything you can do, and because I can't, I'm not gonna make it out of here. That really hurt, it was sad. And I had to tell her, like, you have to fight, you have to get out of here, if you have kids, you gotta fight for your kids. About a week and a half later, I seen her being transported out in a wheelchair because she's going home. And I parked my cart and I went over there and I told her, I'm so happy that you're going home.
I am extremely proud of how our staff has handled it. They have pulled through and done a tremendous amount of work. They've accomplished a lot.
To our patients that were here and fought hard and got through this, I wish I could just reach out and give you a hug, and because you went through a lot too.